Good morning. So my name is Rachel, and I wanted to share a little bit more about my single journey and focus on meeting your future spouse. So when we look in the Bible, we can see there are so many ways that God can do this. I just think of Rebecca, how Isaac sent out his servant to go to Rebecca, and she was just minding her own business, and then she tried to help him, and then through that she met her husband. Or Ruth and Boaz. Ruth was doing her job working in Boaz's field, and then she ended up meeting Boaz and marrying him. There are so many different ways. Or Esther, she went to the palace and then later on was chosen to be the king's wife. So basically, we can't put God in a box. He has so many ways, creative ways of bringing our paths across with the right person. So I just want to use the word hope to talk about this topic. So H. I think it's important to have a heavenly perspective and to know that there is no lack in God, that when you are going to meet somebody, we can trust God. God is a God of abundance, and you only need one person anyway. So God is more than able to bring you to the right person at the right time. And also God is a good shepherd. It's nice also to look in the Bible and to research, find the verses on what makes a good wife, what makes a good husband, so that we can look out for these qualities as well. Which brings me to O, openness. So be open to the way God wants to do this. For example, for me, I met my husband at a singles event. So we went to this worship event called David's Tent, and then they had a singles kind of chat time where you could go to a cafe and just chat. And then that's where I saw him for the first time. And in the past, I was never open to going to singles events. I was like, oh, I can't do it. But I really want to encourage people to be open to that, pray about it and ask God, should I go to the singles event? Or even pray about online dating. God can use anything, and be open to the way He does that. Also, be open to even moving to different cities or countries or things. That was my story. So I fell in love with my husband, and then he was moving back to his home country, and then we had a long distance relationship, and then it ended up being that I moved to join him abroad. And so be open. God could ask you to move abroad for your future spouse, or they could be just around the corner. You just don't know. So be open and just prepare your heart for that as well. Say, Lord, prepare my heart. Whatever you have for me, help me to be open to that. Which brings me to P, proactive. Be proactive. Pray for your future husband or spouse, but don't let it become too much of a focus. Have other things going on, but be proactive in going to Christian events, going to conferences. What's nice about that is you meet like-minded people. So when I went to the worship event, I could see that this guy who I was interested in, now my husband, also had an interest in worship, which was something that was important to me. Pursue your passions in God, and then you'll also be meeting out, have new connections with people. Also be open to who God could have for you. I found this. My husband is completely different to me. We have such different personalities, but it just is exactly the way God made it to be, and we get on so well. And so be open to the personality type, which God has for you as well, because often opposites do attract. So be open to that. And start asking, Lord, open my eyes if there's somebody around me who you want me to develop a friendship with. Which brings me to P, being No, it brings me to E, last one. And so E, encourage other singles around you. And then this can also open doors in meeting people. For example, so I saw my husband at a singles event, but I didn't actually speak to him because he left quite quickly. But then somehow God just made a way, and the week after he turned up at my church. I couldn't believe it. And so I went up to him, started talking to him, and then he's like, oh, actually I'm moving back to my country in 3 weeks. And so I thought, oh no, it's over. There's no point pursuing something with this guy. So I said, okay, no worries, can I pray for you and bless you? Because I knew God had a reason why we spoke. So I prayed for him, encouraged him, and then he was like, actually, can we have contact numbers and like keep in contact? And so that's what we did. So I want to encourage you to also encourage other singles around you, and because you're not alone, and it can lead to things as well. So yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day, and just encourage you in staying in a place of hope. God is the anchor for your soul, and God has the best for you. And so H, heavenly perspective, get God's eyes on this. O, openness, be open to who he has for you and the way he's going to do it. P, be proactive, pray, but also go to events. Be in a place where you are able to meet new people as well. E, encourage other singles, and because you're all on the same journey, and it's important to be there for one another, and it can open doors. Have a wonderful day. God bless.